Are you willing to be happy? Everyone is always seeking to be happy. This book, The Compulsory Dancing, is about being happy, about recognizing the true nature of happiness and being willing to be happy in every moment, now and now. Compulsory John teaches that the realization of happiness depends upon the emotional conversion of the human heart from narcissism or self-possession to divine communion or love of God. Our ordinary self-centered life is expressed emotionally in cycles of fear, sorrow, anger, guilt, doubt, lust, anxiety about me and my pleasures and my death. We can instead enjoy the disposition of love, trust, and self-yielding service in all relations, self-forgetting sympathy with all beings, intuitive bodily certainty of eternal life, and radiantly happy faith in God. The way of this great conversion is first to recognize that our own lives and the entire world are arising in each instant within the spirit or being that is God, and then to surrender with profound feeling and with every breath into that living transcendental being. No matter what else Compulsory John may speak about, and the range and depth of his considerations are astonishing, he has always principally spoken to this one event, the emotional and spiritual conversion of our hearts. And all his play with devotees during the early years of his teaching work was dedicated to this transition, which requires a profound reversal of the energy of the being from self-possession to ecstatic or self-forgetting love of God. The popular religious message today is full of stories about experiences that make people believe in one or another deity and that magically transform their lives. While true emotional conversion may be associated with an incident or series of incidents in one's experience, it does not depend on any experience. It converts one not to believe in God, but to direct, unmeditated communion with and that's unmediated communion with and dependence upon God for one's very life. Emotional conversion involves intuitive awakening by grace, through hearing or understanding the teaching, to the point that you spontaneously see or feel the living, radiant energy of the universe, the vision of God. It simply becomes obvious that no matter what you think or feel or do, God is the condition of this and every moment, and God is presently living you. However, you must literally choose to live on the basis of this enlightened revelation. You always have the option to turn back upon yourself. Thus, you must choose in every moment to live and breathe and speak and act from the point of view of one who is alive in the Spirit of God. In the following talks, you hear Darfree John asking again and again, why do you insist upon living as if God were not present and obvious? Having felt the divine presence of love, why should you ever again contract into fear and self-possession? To choose to live as a converted, enlightened personality is the great leap of faith, the great act of surrender to and dependence upon grace. This gesture must be repeated afresh, in every instant with and as the whole body and mind, until the reflexes of fear and all other reactive emotions disappear entirely from the being. Make no mistake, it is difficult, but at a certain point you find you have no real option but to choose God and to will to be happy in every moment. The climax of these considerations, then, will be your own emotional conversion. Are you willing to live with freedom and wisdom in the vision of God? Are you willing to cease believing your neurotic mind and to begin to presume the enlightenment of your heart and whole being? Are you willing to become a saint in your disposition and action, a force of radiant, healing ecstasy in the human world? Are you willing now and now and now to be happy? Samuel Bonder, a devotee of God, but an ex-formal devotee. So are we willing to be a saint? Are we willing to choose happiness in every moment, no matter what? Sheep follows sheep. Are you wanting to be one of the herd or stand alone with God?